Hi. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I just went out with my son and I was gonna do some gaming, and then I thought before I did some gaming that I was going to, sheesh, split on an Ace of Swords and Five of Wands. Jeez, man. Someone's trying to compete with you for your wish fulfillment? Oh, sorry. Sorry. The Ace of Cups is your wish fulfillment. Sometimes I forget about it. Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. I get it. All right. All right. So, whoever this reading is for somebody who may be a King of Pentacles who is doing something really creative. And I'm going to take this. I feel like that's for you. That's interesting. All right. So, we're just going to keep talking about this King of Pentacles. Is that what this is? What an interesting character, because he keeps this, or it may not be a he, as always, in tarot, we all have male and female energies, so it could be female showing up in their masculine energy, vice versa. Maybe you could be somebody who's transgender, so it's like, what your situation is. Ooh, but so he's gonna get justice with the Knight of Pentacles, so maybe you're somebody who's like bi or gay. And or so I feel like this King of Pentacles is the person who's like in this creative energy, who wanted to get justice with something, but we also have this Knight of Pentacles energy. So I'm feeling like maybe this is your son. Whoa! All right. So now so King of Pentacles is the dad of this Knight of Pentacles guy, and this Knight of Pentacles had somebody who was trying to have a 10 of Pentacles with him, but also the 10 of Wands. Like, how are you gonna have somebody, you know? And the dad is feeling like having to like witness and or feel party to this in any way makes him feel in a 10 of Swords, even though that's not really exactly his energy. And I feel like, so this dad is seeing this Knight of Pentacles, and he's in this energy because of this King of Wands who's in this Devil energy. Oh, wow, wow, wow. All right, so what an interesting story here. So I feel like this Knight of Pentacles, he was actually trying to have this 10 of Pentacles with this hermit person who he saw as a 9 of Pentacles. So this King of Pentacles wanted to get with this hermit because he felt like whoever this hermit energy is to him. So like the hermit is the Virgo, right? Even though the hermit can speak to going within and all this stuff. So there's two stories going on right here, right? So already I can tell that, oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, this is a really interesting story. All right. So this hermit, who's like this Virgo energy, who's like somebody who is in their 9 of Pentacles, they're also coming up as this magician energy. So they're like really good at manifesting. And I feel like this Knight of Pentacles met this person and they were like, oh man, if I get with her, this is a 10 of Pentacles for sure. I'm totally going to rank up from this Knight energy, right? But there's somebody in his life that is this King of Wands, and this King of Wands is a whole devil energy. And this guy created a 10 of Wands with this hermit energy and it's completely interfered and prevented this Knight of Pentacles guy from being able to, it's kind of almost giving me this feeling of like being able to do anything with this Virgo person at all. So, um, you know, and it's hard to say, like, if this King of Wands, like, if he was previously just a friend of this knight, if he was a frenemy, maybe he was a past lover, maybe this Knight of Pentacles is somebody who is kind of not just like polyamorous, but like, or what do they call that? Pansexual, where like they kind of identify with anybody, you know? And so this King of Wands feels like if he can prevent this Knight of Wands from getting with this Virgo, that'll give him an Ace of Pentacles, which that's really curious. It's like, how are you going to get an Ace of Pentacles by preventing somebody else from being together? And I feel like whoever this Virgo energy is that she's a mother who has a son or daughter, and her family's ancestors are going to come in to her family, or like her ancestors are gonna send in extra protection because they see what this person is doing. And maybe the King of Pentacles, who's like the dad of this person, he's also seeing all this. And he saw this guy. So what was going on with this person? The dad is seeing this, and it was like, so like the dad is in this, because of seeing like this double energy. And this dad is like, he just wants to get justice for this situation, you know? Oh, so maybe, maybe the creative energy that dad is in is like, he's gonna have a great idea for what to do to deal with this King of Wands. So, if you're listening to this so far, and if you possibly resonate with this Knight of Pentacles energy, where like, if you're somebody who is trying to get into union with this Virgo and or Hermit energy, if they're not a Virgo, they could be somebody who are kind of living in a reclusive style life, somebody who's kind of like off the beaten path and been going, um you know, if you met this person who like you wanted to get with, who seemed like really this is definitely okay. So like, so we saw like the Virgo with a child, so it's kind of given like a single parent energy. So you met this person who was like a single parent, but whoever this King of Wands is to you, they are very aware of your connection with this person, and they were just completely interfering because somehow they're going to profit off of that. So this person is going to benefit greatly by basically by ruining your life. They're going to benefit off of that. Oh, and then the Lovers came out. So this is, that's interesting. I'm gonna sit this here for now, so I'm really not feeling who that Lover's energy is for. So let's ask. Holy Spirit, what about this Lovers? Whose is that? Find the lesson? Trust that you are learning. Discover the purpose of a situation. Such a curious journey. So maybe you've also had a dream about this. So you had a dream, whatever this lovers is, you had a dream about this person, and that dream came to show you a lesson. And that part of that dream was like in that dream, you were trying to figure out who you were or how you fit into that situation. And that we're all mad here. You were dealing with a group of people, and even though they tried to make you feel like you were crazy, you started to realize after a while that everybody involved is crazy. And you realize that maybe you're not even crazy after all, that this was just gaslighting on the part of other people who also already have other mental illnesses, or people who are in no way, shape, or form to like. We also see this lead the way, talking about showing others how it's done and you can help others. So I feel like this situation was meant to give you growth so that you could like show people how to do better. And this is what producing a quick change for you. So it's like it's making you feel like you've kind of changed overnight. And your dream made you wonder if you're really keeping up or not. Making you feel like you're not sure if something you did was a mistake or not. And you're like, well, should I fix this? Should I leave it alone? What should I do with this? I mean, even if you're like, all right, so let's say you've been in a situation, and it gives you personal growth. There may come a point in it where you're like, okay, well, I'm learning a lesson about what happened, but what should I do about it now? I feel like the really important thing for you is that, one, since we see this keeping up, Spirit is guiding you to use your time well. I said this the other day in my other reading where I was talking about how Gandalf says to Frodo in the Fellowship of the Ring, how, like, all we have to do is decide what to do with the time that is given to us. So, how you choose to use your time is your choice, you know? And if you're going through a hard time right now, sometimes how you choose to use your time may be the only thing that you really have control over anymore. But I feel like this forget who you are. I feel like you're not meant to allow like everything that's happened to you up to now, like your past shouldn't define you. And I don't think you need to stay prisoner to whatever happened before. So, like, if this King of Wands devil energy is trying to keep you, like, trapped or bound to the way you used to be or something that you used to do for him, you don't have to belong to that. And I feel like your father is getting a great idea about what to do about this, and I think you're going to get a dream that's going to show you that same idea. So when he comes to tell you, you'll be like, "Holy shit, I just had a dream about something like this. I can't believe you're telling me right now. It feels like confirmation." And to discover when you realize that he had this idea and now you've also had a dream about this, it feels like it's meant to be. And it's going to make you're going to be like, "Oh, wow." So even if you feel like you can't make it through this right now, you really are going to make it through this, okay? You're going to make it through this. Don't allow whoever this King of Wands is, you don't have to be defeated by him. He maybe even be like, "You're just a knight and I'm king." And it's like, well, so what? So what? Who's the one out here doing the fighting? The knights are the ones who are out here fighting. The knights are the ones who are going to war. The knight is the one who's being chivalrous and jousting and all this other stuff, you know? So I am splitting on falling and investigate. So I do feel like maybe because we saw like this keeping up and now we have falling and the people pleasing. So I feel it's kind of almost feeling like you were trying to do right by everybody and also yourself, but in trying to do all this by everybody, that you were trying to please everybody, but it makes you feel like you're falling into a trap, you're falling into darkness, you're falling into depression because you were trying to keep up, but you're falling behind, you know? You just wanted to make everybody happy. And in trying to make everybody happy, it's like not making, first of all, everybody is not happy. And also, and really importantly, you're not happy. And I feel like the investigate is still down here at the bottom of the deck energy. So I really feel like you're being led to go within and really look at how this situation has been playing out for you. Because I feel like there is an obvious answer that you're possibly overlooking at this time. Now I'm going to give you a spirit animal card. Splitting on a gazelle with some sun energy and some deer energy. That's kind of nice. These are like gentle creatures. Maybe get easily spooked and run away. Ooh, splitting on a stingray with a deer. So it's like a little bit of some earth, fire, water. Some more water with the whale. The whale and the stingray. Oh, we got an elk out here. The elk is nice. That's the sunshine. So like that gazelle has a sun behind it, the elk has a kind of eclipse sun. So, oh, and it's the elk. The elk wanted to come out for you. He kind of wanted to come out in reverse, so we're going to see. And at the bottom is a starfish. I don't know if I want to take them upside down or not. So I'm going to read those for you real quick. And I'm going to wrap this up. But the elk is a really, really nice earth energy. It's such a positive earth energy. It really is. So it is strong. It's just really positive. It's such a positive energy. Yeah, the elk represents stability, resilience, being headstrong, and the father, the father. So this elk energy is your, so if you resonate with the Knight of Pentacles, then this is talking about your dad. But you could be the dad in this situation. And so this is all, so you know what? I just want to say real quick too, because all this Alice in Wonderland energy was coming out for this Knight of Pentacles. So right now, if you're the dad listening to this, your son is like in a whole rabbit hole of stuff with this person. And so maybe like this great idea you're having to put a stop to what's going on and get some justice for your son. Like you have a great idea and he's going to get a dream that basically shows him like a version of that idea. And when you come, you should approach him and tell him your idea, because when you tell him your idea, he's going to be like, oh my God, I just had a dream about that. So he's going to, if he didn't have the dream about it, he's going to get it soon. It's going to be really, really soon. Maybe tonight or sometime in the next few days. And so it says the great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. they become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. And sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. And the world needs more elk energy. So it says, when in balance, this energy is supportive, kind, and consistent. When it's out of balance, can be pretentious, high and mighty. So to keep your energy in balance, you're being guided to eat and drink more consciously. But I am going to go look up this starfish energy as well. Oh, yeah. So the starfish is beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. That it wanted to come up upside down makes me feel like this is out of balance, which means, feeling empty and a little gossipy. So it says the starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it is important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? What were we just talking about with this people pleasing? So I'm going to take this. So this is the dad and this is the son. So the son, so maybe this Knight of Pentacles is a really good looking person who's been really getting by through a lot of their life on their looks. So you may identify as somebody like you consider yourself really good looking, you know? You may just consider yourself a catch, you know? But you also have like this people pleasing energy. That's interesting. Ooh, and then we have a peacock in reverse. That's I want that. So the peacock is an air energy, and it represents inner beauty, compassion, and a simulator of anything. And out of balance, it can't digest situations. So yeah, all right, that seems accurate. Everything we've said so far. So like the Knight energy is somebody who is really good looking and normally kind and confident, but found himself in a situation that he just doesn't know how to navigate and or with this assimilator of anything, I feel like this is also going back to that people pleasing energy. So somebody's really been in this people pleasing energy, and this is really kind of making me think like, even though, look, just hear me out, okay? Even though this whole situation has been such a thing for this guy, I feel like this is meant to happen because when we saw that card about finding the lesson, I feel like he is meant to go through this. This situation itself is a karma for is basically to help break him away from this people pleasing, because the people pleasing is coming at the expense of a relationship that was near and dear to him. So he had this person who he wanted to go and have this happy life with, but now none of that's happened, and instead he got embroiled into a big situation where he had to overexpend himself and give to all these different outlets. And in the end of the day, he's not feeling fulfilled. He's not feeling happy about this. There's like, it's almost kind of putting him in a trauma bond where he feels like that need to make somebody happy, except he's not feeling fulfilled because this person makes him feel like nothing he's doing is making them happy. So he keeps trying to do more to please them, and that is on purpose. This King of Wands and the Devil energy, he's doing that on purpose because he wants this Knight of Pentacles to be in that energy. That's what he wanted, Because by him being willing to do that, it's good. whatever it's such a weird thing because we saw that Lover's card out here. Maybe it's like he's trying to get this person to partner with him. It doesn't feel romantic though. I feel it doesn't feel. I mean, who knows what it really is, but um, I do feel like this Knight of Wands, like whatever the reason is, that Devil card. I mean, he's probably not like the devil himself, but it does make me feel like he's definitely up to something very sneaky and suspicious, and he's definitely a frenemy. So even if he's coming off like being a friend and trying to help this person, he's really not. He's just out here to help himself. He's just here to help himself. And I really feel what the outcome you should be trying to move is to separate yourself from this Knight of Wands energy. But of course, we all have free will, you know. You have to choose to do this for yourself. So if you are the Knight of Pentacles energy, your goal is to separate from this person. So that's your lesson. And if you're not able to do it, you're going to keep going through this cycle with this person until you learn how to do it. I think that's what's the outcome. But you also have your dad here. And the dad energy is here to, I don't know. Maybe the dad is just watching the situation play out. Your dad definitely wants you to have justice. If you are the dad, you want them to have justice. Maybe you're going to take it upon yourself to do some like investigating to look into this more and to see like what has turned this person's wanting to get with this one person into a whole rabbit hole of things, you know? Like what's really going on here, you know? Because in order for this double energy to really root and cause all this, like there must be more going on. So good luck, Dad. I wish you very good luck. You know. I mean, this person that he wanted to, yeah, this person that the Knight of Pentacles wanted to get together with, I feel like that would have been really good for him because that person is representing a ton of positive energy right now. That person is a great person. And I feel like if he got together with her, is going to be a very happy union. I feel like that's a great partnership for him. And I feel like this person has come in as a blockage. So it's really hard to tell yet. Because it almost kind of is making me feel a little bit like there's even somebody behind this Knight of Wands. Somebody's behind him, and that person is masking and hiding their energy. I don't know, it's really hard to tell how deep this really goes. And I feel like if you keep investigating, you'll definitely find out. And that's all I have for you for this reading. I hope you guys have a great Sunday, a great rest of your weekend. Hope you're enjoying your October. It's nice and fall. So that's it. Thank you.